Hello, hello. Welcome to Boiling Hot Bali. Place where magic happens. Slow mornings occur. Bali belly sometimes happens. But all in all, I feel like Bali just hugs you. Or at least it makes me feel like that anyway. I've been here for 29 days. Tomorrow I have to leave before 30 days is up for the visitor's visa. And the first 28 days here, so up until yesterday, I was up in Ubud doing my 300-hour advanced yoga teacher training, which was one of the most beautiful experiences of my entire life. Very just eye-opening, so much to learn, the people, the teachers, everything. So I can do another video on that if you would like me to, but for now, this one's about something else. This one is about what I did yesterday. After I finished my training, I went and got my first ever tattoos. Sneak peeks. I just, on that training, I went through a lot of internal shifts, and I'd been thinking about getting a tattoo for probably about 1.5 years now. And before that, I'd never even thought that I would consider it. I was always against them on my own body. I could appreciate them on other people's, but I always thought that I would never get a tattoo. But the last 1.5 years, I kind of started opening up and warming up to the idea. And then on this trip, it was like, okay, I feel like it's ready. On this trip, I had my 25th birthday, 25 years around the sun. It felt like a rebirth, it really did. Especially because a couple days before that, my partner and I broke up, and rather than being upset about it, I felt liberated. I felt like, I don't know, I trust the universe so much that, like, who was I to question what was happening? Everything happens for a reason, and it all happens in divine timing. So I trust Mummy Universe and Source so much that I know that she's just redirecting me toward the path that is right for me. So I saw that as a beautiful blessing and a gift, and something to learn and grow from. And we're still friends. We can still talk. We're on good terms. It was just respecting and honoring each other's personal growth journeys and loving the other person enough to be able to let them go if that's what's going to serve them best. That again felt like a rebirth. It felt like I was shedding an old skin, an old layer, an old me, an old Sjana, and from that I was able to blossom. So yeah, this trip has been just wonderful, absolutely wonderful. And yeah, so I got a couple of tattoos to signify these shifts. These are all things that I have been considering getting for a long time. They weren't just on a whim. Like, I didn't just go, I'm gonna go get a tattoo. What about that one? They were pre-thought and premeditated. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. Oh, it's a little bit tender. I want to go through them all with you and share with you what they are, and also share why I chose to do it the way that I did it and where I did it, because that's a really beautiful, important part of this. So I was in Ubud for my training, and I decided to go and get it done in Ubud. I researched on Google and Instagram for vegan inks in Ubud and Bali, and also I wanted to do a ceremony around it. I wanted to have the sacredness of honoring the process and the self and the body, thanking the body for allowing me to put these beautiful messages across my skin. So I found a place called Karma House, Bali. Beautiful place. As soon as I walked in, actually, I met the owners, like coincidentally, they were just in there, 2 of the owners, and they were lovely. Like, they were so lovely, and it was just really nice to be around people who genuinely cared about what they were doing and what they were creating and what they were sharing, not only with their customers, but with the world. So that was really humbling to walk into that. Yeah, and I got to work alongside with the artists who created them. So we made these all custom. So you won't find something like it on Pinterest. Not that there's anything wrong with that if that's what you want. I wanted something more meaningful and sacred to myself. So that's what we did. So I also looked at hand poking because I thought, I don't know, I know that guns can be rather invasive, or just the idea of a tattoo gun can be kind of invasive. So I wanted to respect that as well, and try the poking. So I ended up getting 2 tattoos hand poked and the other 2 with the tattoo gun, because they were a little bit more detailed, and yeah, they just suggested that that's better to be done that way. So I respected that as well, knowing that the professionals know what's done best. But yeah, the hand poking, it was done with a crystal, which I'll explain as well. It's just so beautiful. So I got there, I got to Karma House, walked in, said hi to everyone, started working with the artist about what I wanted. So this is the man himself. He's going to be doing my tattoos. We've just gone through the consult now, and so he's going to custom draw them off a couple of the ideas that I had from Pinterest.
Three dots represent the balance philosophy of Trihita Karana. It represents harmony between human and human and God, and human and nature.
Once we came up with some designs, a girl called Zoe came and she took me out the back, and Zoe is just an absolute goddess. Like, she is just, her energy is insane. She's just beautiful. So she took me out the back, and there's a ceremony room, there's a little altar with a couple of candles and crystals and incense and stuff all over it, and this couch thing. So she sat down and spoke to me first and gave me the time to tell her about what the tattoos mean to me and why I chose to get them and what they represent to me in my life at this point. She taught me through the process, and also suggested that I, after the ceremony, use the energy that I'd cultivated within that ceremony throughout the tattoo process, and sending the intention of that particular tattoo to myself and to the tattoo artist as I was getting tattooed. So that was a really beautiful thing, and a really beautiful aspect that I really, really enjoyed and loved, and appreciated having the option there to be able to do that. So it included a 10-minute Wim Hof breathing session, which is active inhale, active exhale, active inhale, active exhale, in and out through the mouth for 10 minutes, couple of breaks in between, but it's actually a lot harder than you think. If you've ever tried Wim Hof, you'll know what I mean, and if you haven't, give it a go, even just out of curiosity. It made my arms tingle. First it started making, is this your septum, like the part in between your 2 nostrils? It made that started tingling, and then my arms started tingling, and I was like, oh my goodness, and it kind of, it's actually pretty exhausting, and I was really warm. It kind of brought all of my blood flow, it felt like, to my heart space, and then opened up my heart. I don't know if that's what it's meant to do, or if that was just me in the time, but yeah, it definitely made my whole body very warm, particularly in the chest and the heart area, which was, again, a really nice sensation to feel. I love any sensation that just kind of takes you out of your regular body and regular life and regular way of thinking, so that was pretty cool too. And then I laid down, I think I fell asleep for a couple of minutes, and then she came back in, and I woke up to her saging me and like smudge sticks all over the place, and so the air smelled beautiful, and I felt beautiful. She really, I don't know, it felt like she was just honoring woman to woman, which was a really nice touch. And then from there, she asked me to stand up, and she blessed me with some of the sacred holy water from Ubud, in the Ubud temple area, which has been meditated and prayed upon by thousands and thousands and thousands of people for I don't even know how long. So it's very sacred, very beautiful water. So yeah, she sprayed some of that on my face and my body, and blessed my mind, my heart, and my palms and my hands, which, again, beautiful touch. And the wording that she used, phenomenal. She put a little bracelet on my wrist, and oh, I have Bali belly. My tummy's not happy. Yeah, she put a little bracelet on my wrist, which is a traditional Indonesian bracelet. She's kind of like a good luck ceremonial totem, so she put that on me as a reminder as well. So beautiful.
The reason why we create these ceremonies is to really give you this opportunity to tune into yourself, come into your heart space. Bali. And I believe that the white symbolises the upper spirit realm, the black is the lower spirit world, and the red is for the humans that hold the balance between the two.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you. So from there we went into the tattoo parlour out the back and we printed off the designs that we'd been working on the iPad and made sure that they were the right size for what we wanted, just on paper, and then we printed them out on the stencils, which goes onto your skin purple, and then from there he traces it and outlines it with either the tattoo gun or the pen. It's not a pen, prod, that's not the right word either, the stick, I don't know what it is. It's a needle that he dips in ink, and along the top of it he attaches crystals. He uses amethyst because that's his birthstone, which I thought was really beautiful. So that was Gerry. I can attach the artist for you down here as well because they were both phenomenal. Like if you were looking for an amazing tattoo artist and just a genuinely good human, like they were just great to have along my side for the whole process, whether or not I was getting a tattoo or not. So I'll link them both below, but the first two that I got on my hands, so this snake, my little kundi, and these 3 dots are hand poked by him with the crystal, and the 3 dots to me initially were past, present, future. But now they're also an Indonesian meaning, which is the philosophy of life, which is honouring the human in God, and the human in nature, which just double whammy, double meaning to me is just so beautiful. So that was really nice as well. And then my little snake, I call her my little kundi, my little cute kundi. She is heading towards her enlightenment, towards her sunshine, which is the dot up the top near my nail. And she herself is a representation or a symbol and a reminder to me of shedding the old and letting it go. So just like a snake would in nature, when they're finished with their skin, they thank it, they let it go, and they move on with their life. And that to me is a symbol of transformational shifts and the continuous process of unraveling and accepting and acknowledging that. So those are my 2 hand-poked ones. About to get my first ever tattoo. Woo!
Excited!
We're doing a little kundali, a little snake. She's going to be my little kundi. And the 3 dots to represent.
Cerita karena harmony between human and human, human and God, and human and nature.
Boom. So you attach an amethyst stone
Yes.
to the needle. Why for?
Sorry?
Why for?
So, amethyst like it carries some special energy for me. It's also it's aligned with my star sign, Gemini.
What?
I'm Gemini, so yeah, it's like perfect for me.
Yeah. Perfect for you is perfect for me. Oh, is that it? That's it?
Yes.
Oh my gosh!
So that's the first step, and yeah.
Oh, it doesn't even hurt. Hand poking.
Yes, like it's less invasive compared to machine because it's not goes deep as machine, but it's the inks also stay for a long time, and it heal faster.
You.
Only took a few days for hand poke to fully heal. It's a break.
We ordered a vegan pizza while we get tatted. Look how cool it looks, but
It's cool.
he's so cute. Finished product. Got our little kundi. This is our little snake baby. Going towards the sunshine. Thank you. And then I moved on and I worked with Juke for these second 2. So these 2 were done with a gun. Same thing with Juke, we went through the process of designing it together. especially the butterfly. He drew that by hand, and then I worked with him. I sat down and we fixed it up to be exactly what I wanted. And then the Sanskrit as well was handwritten by the yoga teacher, the yoga guru, Deep, who took us through our training just yesterday and the whole month prior. So it's very meaningful to me. It is the Sanskrit for I surrender all, as in I surrender the body, the ego, the soul. I surrender everything. I acknowledge that I don't exist. I am energy, I am love, but other than that, I surrender everything. So that is what that one is. And it's his handwriting. He wrote it for me yesterday morning. And then I triple checked before I got it on my body to make sure that I didn't get a regret tattoo. So that's what that one is. And then last but not least, we have my beautiful butterfly. She's my Belle, my Bella. She's a reminder of many things. One is to honor, respect, and nurture the nature within us, to honor, respect, and nurture the nature around us, to appreciate and step into and really embody our own beauty for exactly what we are in every single moment, regardless of that, what that looks like and what process of unfolding we're in. Because if a butterfly did not do that, she would not be a butterfly. So that's what she is to me. Also because butterflies are, in order to be a butterfly from in the cocoon, the caterpillar completely turns to goo and destroys itself ultimately in order to blossom and to open out and to fly. So she's a symbol of rebirth, which is what my 25th birthday definitely felt like, what this last month has felt like, and what I felt like I've been needing in my life for the past 10 years, literally the past 10 years. Yeah, so about 10 years ago was when I started going through my depression and my battle, my struggles with mental health and anxiety and depression. So yes, it feels really nice to give myself that gift and to no longer resist the idea of tattoos, because I was so against them. I was so against tattoos, and I don't even know why. It just kind of became something that once I said out loud, I attached to, and I would never get a tattoo is what I would say. Now look at me. But yeah, letting go of that and shedding the barriers and the limitations and the obstacles and the limiting beliefs that we give ourselves has been a really humbling and rewarding process. So I feel like, sure, tattoos can just be beautiful art pieces that you put on your skin. Sure, they can be incredibly meaningful connections to the self or to something external or to a memory or to a person, or they can be all of the above. And yeah, I guess that's kind of what this is now. Also ordered a brownie in a cup. Under here is a brownie. And then we're about to put this butterfly on the inside of my arm, and then a beautiful Sanskrit phrase that I got Deep, who I just finished my 300-hour teacher training with, to write out for me in Indian Sanskrit. So excited. I've done these ones with the hand poking, and then I'm going to try with the gun for these next ones because they're a little bit more detailed. Now we're going for the next two. Say hi, Juke.
Hi.
Oh, hey.
Hi. Ready?
I'm ready. She's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. Got it. Okay.
I knew that I would like them. Like, I wouldn't have got them if I didn't think that I would like them. But I didn't think I would love them as much as I do. I really, really love them. So that's a plus. And I'm not saying that you should go and get a tattoo. It took me 25 years, and it took me at least 18 months of thinking about it and contemplating what to get, where to get it, what would have the most meaning to me, and exactly what it was a symbol of or a reminder of, because I didn't want to just get a tattoo for the sake of getting a tattoo. And so, yeah, a lot of the guys in there, the owners even, they were like, it's kind of unusual, not strange and not weird, but unusual for someone 25 to get their first tattoos, because normally they either do it when they're younger, or they don't really seem to do it at all. And I was like, you saying I'm old? Like, oh my God, I'm on the other half of, other 3/4 of my life. So I guess I am starting to get old and mature, and I think I'm starting to feel that within my mind, but also my heart and my soul as well, which is why this last month, even though certain things could have and should have broken me, I was able to just embrace them and accept them. And Sula, sweaty upper lip alert, sweating so much here. Yeah, and really just accept it and surrender to it. Surrender was one that I really, really wanted, and it's super special to be able to have my mentor, my guru's handwriting and his message etched into my skin. Yeah. I'm actually quite proud of myself. And I managed to stay centered and grounded the whole time, and I was constantly reminding myself and coming back to the intention and to the meaning of each individual tattoo as it was getting done into my skin, and sending love to that part of my body, and love to the thoughts and memories that I was also releasing. So that was pretty nice as well. I will link all the information below about both the artists, their Instagram, so that you can have a look at their works, as well as Karma House as well, because they not only do tattoos as well, it's a beautiful event space. They have a little cafe and stuff in there. So if you ever want to go and check it out, whether or not you're going to get a tattoo, or even thinking about possibly ever getting a tattoo, definitely go check it out. It's a beautiful zone up in Ubud. Ubud's just a magical sanctuary of its own. So, yes. That's all I have to share with you for now, I believe. Love you. And I love my new tats.